Coucou tout le monde! No, I'm not French yet, but I'm on my way to becoming French, and I invite you to join me on this adventure. Let's see where it takes us. Nina Lynn here, wellness coach and a woman following her dreams. As part of our journey together, I'll be including a wellness moment with juicy takeaways to keep you happy, healthy, and ready for your next adventure. Et alors, on y va. So, what's the big deal with France and Frenchmen? Anyway, really, why are we so enamored? Oh, yeah, that guy, Pepe Le Pew, the ultimate Frenchman. I remember when I first wanted to become French, maybe not that French. I was just a teenager. My love for France really started when I was 16 on a family summer vacation to Europe. We had 3 long months to explore as much as we could, and we did it in a Volkswagen camper. And of course, because I was the youngest and the smallest, I did sleep in that pop-up space. We saw some amazing sights on that trip, and really everything just blew me away. I loved Europe in general, but for some reason, France really grabbed my heart. I just loved the architecture. I loved the people. I felt at home there. I just loved the vibe. I loved the way the French tend to take their time to savor life through all their senses. Through the food, the presentation of the food, the wine, the cheese, of course, the music, and really just the natural beauty of the place. And yeah, I've been back a few times since then, but mostly to Paris. Although in 2018, I spent 3 months in Provence, September in beautiful Lyon, October in Avignon, and November in Nice. I was following the sun. Although I've been cultivating my love for France for a while, it's taken me this long to actually move there. So why now? Love, of course. So I've boiled it down to 4 basic steps to becoming French. And by the way, this is how the French say 4. That's how I grew up saying 4. They say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the 4 steps. Step 1. Study French until you lose your mind. Step 2. Go on a French language intensive with your professor and fellow students to a beautiful town in France for a week. Super fun. Step 3, and this is crucial. Meet a Frenchman on your last day in Europe. And step 4, fall in love with said Frenchman and move to France. Yeah, it's not really that easy. But steps 1 through 3 are pretty accurate. Step 4 took about 1.5 years. Here's the part I left out. The French intensive took place in August of 2021, and when we returned from France to England, Luke had also planned a day of walking through London, speaking French, with some of his other students who lived in London. So I joined them with that, and it was a beautiful day with amazing gardens of London, and we even had a picnic lunch at Regency Park. Then we finished that day at a French restaurant called Le Beaujolais, where Luke knew a lot of Frenchmen frequented, and he knew we'd hear some native French, as well as practicing our own French. Well, it just so happens that my Frenchman was there that night. So Luke started talking to him. He asked him to take a picture of the group, and then he continued to tell him about the trip to Besançon and all his students who were there, and how we studied French, and how beautiful the town was. And then he turned to me and he said, "Tell him all about it, Nina." Yeah, okay, that was not a problem at all. So we started talking, and we continued talking and talking. He joined us for dinner, and we basically just spent the evening getting to know each other. Actually, we would close the place down, but I wasn't going to let him escape until we exchanged contact information so that we could spend the next 6 months falling in love over Skype, which is what we did. So at this point, I figure we should see if we can actually get along together for more than just a couple hours at dinner. So I went to visit him in London in February, which was a bold move coming from Southern California. But I bundled up good. I got on the plane, which was about half empty because really, who goes to London in February? My trip back in February of 22 was a really sweet couple of weeks for us to spend some time together. I was even there over Valentine's Day, which was really special, and it all worked out quite well. Then we were back to 6 more months on Skype. In August of 22, we were able to travel around France together for a month. It was heaven. We started at his mother's home outside of Bordeaux, where I was able to meet her and Nicola's 2 sisters who were also there visiting. Her beautiful home is surrounded by these amazing fields of sunflowers. She's actually an excellent rider and owns horses of her own. She was in fact so kind as to show me how to groom a horse and prepare it for riding. She tried to give me pointers on how to ride, but it was hopeless. Not like Nicola's younger sister, who is a proper horsewoman. We spent a few days visiting the beautiful city of Bordeaux, and of course while we were there we needed to visit at least 2 wineries. Gotta love that wine tasting. Next it was off to Nîmes, where we saw the Roman amphitheater and Le Jardin de la Fontaine. And honestly, it was so hot on that visit that we went to Sète for the day and cooled off with a dip in the Mediterranean and of course some nice cool rosé. Finally, we went to Lyon, another beautiful city with incredible architecture, including more Roman ruins. And of course, like most people, we thoroughly enjoyed the food scene and just the general ambiance of Lyon. It was on this trip that we decided to live together, and we even chose where we wanted to live in France. But that will be revealed further along on our journey. And now, a wellness moment. The quote, "Health is a state of body, wellness is a state of being," really speaks to me. It brings to mind that wellness goes beyond physical health. It incorporates emotional health, mental health, even spiritual health, to really reach balance and well-being. For instance, taking a chance in life and following your dreams. That requires a positive mental attitude to believe things will turn out well, adequate self-love and respect to value your dreams, and having enough faith in your purpose and goals to literally take a leap of faith and do what you need to do to follow your dreams. If you need help reaching your wellness goals, I've linked my website in the description, and I'd be happy to speak with you. Thanks for joining me on this introduction to my journey to becoming French. If you enjoyed it, I'd love a thumbs up, un petit pouce, and if you want to see what's coming next, you can subscribe. We've only just begun. Next time, you'll meet Nicolas in person as we look forward to creating notre histoire, our story. See you then. À plus!